what are you going to do? You're going to let her fucking rip, dude.
That's right.
That's it.
Yo.
Yo.
What's up, guys?
How we doing?
We're doing, man.
Good.
Well,
Thanks for having me on.
Yeah,
welcome,
dude.
Welcome to Let Her Rip.
Fuck yeah.
So, Brandon, let her rip. Dude,
It's a fucking rad name.
It was one of
what are you going to do? You're going to let her fucking rip, dude.
That's right.
That's it. That's it. We were going back and forth with all like the branding business thing, and I'm like, fuck it, dude. Let it rip, dude. That's what we're gonna do. We're just gonna let it fucking rip.
That's fucking awesome.
So, Brandon, dude, I'm fucking stoked, dude. As I was telling you right before we hit record, dude, like your name's come up in every episode. I'm a huge fan of yours. I'm a big friend of yours, and when it comes to branding and music and fitness and lifestyle, you are the fucking pioneer, and that's why
I want you.
Well,
that's
dude,
a lot. Thanks, man.
Well,
Thanks.
dude, when you think about like, especially back in the Warped Tour days and what you were doing, man, like I've been a solid follower and fan of yours, and obviously being able to know you now for the last 16 years personally or 15 years, whatever it's been, dude, and knowing of you when we came up in the scene together, you've been a huge inspiration to music, and now to see Bleeding Through kind of go full tilt and full circle and still doing everything you fucking love to do, which is fitness, music, and fucking apparel. You are the dude, man. Like you nail all three.
It kind of was like easy for me. Like, but I don't mean to say that like, oh, this is fucking easy. But for me, like, I am blessed enough that people cared about things that like I was doing or my band was doing, and the reasons why you can't really say. It just kind of happened that way, right? I've always been like a people person. I've always wanted, to bring friends closer. With the music, that my whole thing was building like a community with it, and that was the way that our band was going to exist. So like when it comes to like marketing, I just was like, what do I like? First off, like you got to be comfortable with yourself. If the thing that your brand that you're marketing is yourself, you know what I mean? Because you could see through fake people. I could see through fake people. Like I give fake people a benefit of a doubt for a little bit, but I could see through them fucking right away. And it's like, if you're just playing something that's not yourself, like quit playing, dude. Like you could fool people for a certain amount of time, but eventually those people jump to different trends all the time. And every time you jump to a trend, it's not going to be a fucking stepping stone up. Sometimes that trend that you're going to go to is going to be like alienating people. You know what I mean? And like also like you might lose like a lot of the following instead of gain, and then eventually you're lost. And then you're just trying to pick up pieces. Like, okay, well, what's cool right now? What is trending? What is something that is getting people's attention? And you just start going for that, and you just start playing like an actor. You know what I mean? And I felt like what I learned with my music was we stayed true and the same. We didn't change every fucking record and try to start something new. We were comfortable with what we were, and we felt that just moving forward that way, that's what was going to keep it unique. But also, like, I keep saying true, what was true. So, like, when it came to, like, the gym business and creating a culture within this, it was just, okay, like, this is me. This is, like, what I can offer, and I'm comfortable with it, and this is my vibe. Yeah. This is what I'm going to sell. Yeah. And if people don't, gravitate to it, okay, cool. But I wasn't going to change anything after that. Yeah. It would have been, like, I was going to make it being myself, and just staying true to like fans and just, friends and stuff like that. And if it was going to work, it was going to work. You know what I mean? But you also got to have that dog mentality. Yeah. Like failure is not a fucking option. You got to fucking work.
No plan B.
You know what I mean?
No plan B, dude.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's like, I truly felt if I just kept working and moving forward, it's like, so like Rocky Balboa of me, like, you know what I mean? Like get hit, move forward. But it was that like, I'm not fucking failing. If I'm going to put myself out there and open myself up to like a lot of things, it's going to fucking work. You know what I mean?
And we use the word all the time, culture. And again, that's what you've developed, and you nailed it when you said being yourself, being true, being your authentic self, not being a fucking fake or phony or carrying this facade. You build the tribe, you attract the tribe, you build the tribe, and then you build the culture around it. And you nailed it, dude.
Thank you.
Yeah.
One thing that I have to ask, because I mean, I've known Jake for years. You and I have met in passing years ago.
Yeah.
And I mean, the story that the two of you share are pretty similar. You started really young and you were resilient, you were diligent, you were certain. There were obviously pivots that had to be made. When did it start? And when did you realize, like, this is just like, this is my calling, this is my path, it's me against it all? Like, how did all that unfold for you just to make it seem so seamless?
The moment I realized that, like, let's just take it for like what from the band perspective. The moment I realized that it was like I'm sacrificing everything to do this, like I felt like this was gonna like can happen this way, it was like 2000, maybe 2001, and that band From Autumn to Ashes was coming out to the West Coast, and they like AOL'd me or something like that, and like we're like, hey, like, can you book some shows for us and play some shows? And we're like, yeah, fuck yeah, let's do it. And at the time I was in hair school, and which is just insane. I have no hair.
It did well.
You know what I mean?
It did well.
There's no school for me now. So basically, so like I was doing that, and because the whole thing was we were going to play shows, and when we were home, we were going to cut hair, right? And I always looked at bands as like, at the time I was in 18 Visions and Throwdown, and we were very like, Christmas break, we go play tours. You know, when we had like a couple weeks, like we wouldn't be full time. So we booked these shows with From Autumn to Ashes, and we go out, and after the first couple of days, we're like, well, what do you guys do? Like, what else do you guys do, like, in your, like, lives? And they're like, we just do this. And I'm like, whoa, like, really? I mean, dude, there's only, like, 30 people at these shows. How can you just do this? And they're like, well, we just said, if we stay on the fucking road, we know we can make enough to pay, like, our minimal bills, our rent, whatever the fuck your bill is, car payment, whatever. You know what I mean?
Yeah. The flip phone.
Yeah, the phone. Your phone bill, which was like $400 back then.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Your rent was like $300. Your phone bill was like $400.
Yep.
The phone bill put so many people in debt back then. It was insane. But so basically, like, that was a moment where I like was so inspired by it, and I'm like, dude, like, we could do this. You know what I mean? And this was like,
what year was this, Brandon?
Kill yet? Like, we were just
what year was this, Brandon?
And 18 Visions was like my band still. What's that?
What year was this?
2000, I think.
Okay.
It was like early on. So like maybe we just put the record out on Indecision. But yeah, it was early, and that was like an eye opener. And I said to the band, I'm like, what if we do what they do? Like, what if we just said, fuck it, quit school, quit our jobs, and we'll just stay booked and keep going. And everybody was just like, yeah. And I'm like, fuck, all right. So it was just kind of like one of these things where, like, from like the age of 20, like, I was just like, I'm going with this. Like, it's full steam ahead. Like, you know, there's no turning back now. We have to see what it was. And I remember always saying to myself, I'll give it a couple years.
Yeah.
And then a couple years would like pass and be like, I think okay, we probably have like 2 more years. So like, let's really like make it. And then after that, I kept like thinking like 3 years ahead, right? And it was a good life lesson because I kept thinking ahead that it wasn't going to work. Meanwhile, it was fucking working, right? And eventually it was like, boom, okay, it's working. Like, stop thinking that way. You know what I mean? Like, it's not. Like, you're in it now. This is your life.
Yeah.
And that was just like the mentality. Like, that's when I knew, like, whatever I started off of music, whatever I was passionate about, like, I just knew it just takes sacrifice from normal, I guess, or like what society thinks is normal, like the path of, you know, getting married, having kids, like just the whole traditional
American dream.
The American dream. Yeah. But what the American dream really is if you really look at, especially our society now, it's a fuck everyone and make as much money as you fucking can.
Yeah. Life on your own terms.
There needs to be a balance, though. You know what I mean? Like, there's a balance, but
Brandon, during that, obviously you toured your ass off all throughout the early 2000s, and I know the history of Rise Above, but like, what made you go from on the road, fucking die hard, playing Ozfest, playing 200 something shows a year, to then going, I'm gonna fucking open a gym? Like what was, and I never talked to you about this personally, but like what was the direction? Was it like you guys stopped touring or tell me, dude?
No, it was kind of like one of these things where like it started here. Like, so in 2007, I was still going to the gym all the time. Like I always wanted to be known as like an in shape singer, right?
Yep.
The whole like Henry Rollins, Glenn Danzig fucking thing. Those were like my dudes, and I'm a fucking child of the 80s, like we fucking Stallone and fuck, you know what I mean? Like, just that's to me, that's just like I want to be that guy. You know what I mean? Like the fucking ultimate fucking warrior running to the fucking ring. Like, so I wanted to be that guy. And so like late 2007, I'm in Mexico on a trip, and I see a picture of myself. We get pictures back from the trip. Stills, like come on, like still pictures, right?
Yeah.
And I'm just like, what is that? Like, that's me? I'm like, what the fuck? What the fuck? And I got like mad at my friends. I'm like, how come you didn't fucking tell me I'm like a fat shit now? Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck? And so like, I'm in Mexico, and I call my friend Howie Clark, and at the time he played baseball for the Toronto Blue Jays, but he trained out in Huntington Beach. And I'm like, dude, like, who is your trainer? When I come home from Mexico, I'm seeing him. So got linked up that way. Went into his gym, and it was like a small gym, kind of like what I have, a little bit smaller. And there was just like, it was like I walk in, and I'm like, there's dudes from like the Los Angeles Kings working out. There's Chester Bennington working out. I'm just like, there's that dude Ryan from that band Orgy. He was there. There was like people in bands and like athletes, and then like me, and I'm like, I walk in, and I'm just like, I said to myself, this would be so fucking me if it had a vibe. Like if there was a vibe.
Yep.
The only thing it was missing was a vibe. Whether it be dark, the music, like whatever the fuck. It was just sterile and felt like disengaged.
Personality.
I remember saying that first time I went there. And so I trained under him for like a while. He kind of became like my mentor. And so when I would go on tour, fitness was like number one priority. Get your ass up, get out of the fucking bus, go to the fucking gym, or if there's no gym nearby, bring enough shit on the road to have like parking lot workouts and shit. So I really fell in love with like the parking lot workout. And I brought all this shit with us, and I would just set up every day next to our bus, and then like other bands on tour would come over, and I eventually like started training like everybody on tour. And it's like, it was awesome because it was like these people that were like you could see them week by week getting in better shape.
Yeah.
And they're just like, dude, like I'm eating better. I'm drinking fucking water. Like, you know what I mean? Like shit like that. And I'm like, this is so fucking rad. And so I'm just like, dude, light bulb. Yeah. I'm opening a fucking gym. Like at that time was working for my mentor around like 2009. He offered me part of his business. I accepted. So I was like, okay, I'm going to do this. I'm going to, kind of put my claws into this place and whatever. Kind of went back, and I realized that he like owed like one of his investors like $500,000, and I'm like, well, I'm not getting into bed with this dude, so I went away. So I left. On the way home, I literally was like Googling like, how do you start a fucking LLC? Blah 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 blah. I was listening to the song "Rise Above" from Black Flag. I'm like, well, I'm gonna call it Rise Above Fitness. It was just like light bulb, and I just said, I'm gonna collect as many clients as I can, and then open my own gym. And that's kind of what I did.
Yeah.
Like a year later, I had Rise Above Fitness.
Do you want
The fucked up part about that story, though, is this. It's not fucked up. This is like life. Because the dude, my ex-mentor, kind of tried to make my life a living hell in the business for a while because he felt that I was, like, stealing his clients. And it was just like, dude, like, the dude didn't show up to work. I was training people all day for him. And when I left, they followed me.
Yep.
Like they followed.
That's usually how it goes too.
And that's you're in this business long enough.
We had the same conversation.
Yes.
15 fucking years ago.
Yes.
Same exact. The mentor, the owner.
Goes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So it's like, and then like the person that bought his investment out after a month of working with him realized that he was still doing like under the table, just dirtbag moves that wasn't involving the company. So he approached me and he goes, okay, I will sell Scott's gym to you for pennies on the dollar of this amount of money. What do you think? And I said, well, here's the deal. I don't have this amount of money. I have this amount of money. Like, but how about you roll your investment into me and I will make you fucking money, because he lacked was
vibe,
showing the fuck up every day and going to work.
Yep.
The actual work element, which so many people throw it out there like they're the busiest fucking human and they're not doing shit all day. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He was just one of those people. I was not. And so he basically said, okay, let's do it. So we pushed him out of his gym. So it was kind of weird that like literally I pushed my mentor out of his facility, but he fucked his own business up. And
that's identical. That's identical to the same conversation when I had Rise Above Clothing in the gym, and I was pushing him out because he was not the day-to-day dude. And I remember calling you. I'm like, Brandon, what do I do? And we almost turned that into a Rise Above, which fucking would have been awesome. If it would have been awesome. It would have been awesome. But it was the same story, dude.
Yeah. So that's how. And that I went from that spot, leveled up to a different, little bit bigger of a location a couple months afterwards, and then that's how I got to my spot. But kind of going back around, when did I realize that I wanted to do that? I was fucking miserable playing music for a long time. Like, it just it became such a fucking business that it was just like, this is not even fun.
Yeah.
A show should be fun because it's fun. Not because there's this amount of people here and you did this amount in merch.
Yeah.
Okay? That's not a fun show. We played some of the lamest fucking shows in front of thousands of people and did thousands of dollars in merch. And I would walk off stage and be like, that show sucked.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's like, it became that for me, unfortunately, because everybody working amongst our band was just vultures, man.
Yeah.
Like straight vultures. Like
one
picking off of, at the time, which was sort of like a down wave for us, picking off like what was kind of like a carcass.
Yeah.
And I didn't fucking appreciate it. So to get my power back, I said, fuck you, I'm gonna open a gym. You know what I mean? Like,
one thing that I want to
it was that, but it was also like, I also at the time sort of realized that my band needed a bit of a break.
Yeah.
So it was sort of what they probably would have kept going, but for me it was like I felt like we needed a break. I needed a little bit of a fucking break. So it kind of worked perfectly in.
You said about 100 amazing nuggets through all that, but one thing that I really want to punch in is you said everything on the back end is really what made you everything that everyone sees. It wasn't the other way around. Like you said earlier, like people are always chasing trends, trying to do what's going to get them the attention. So inevitably there's pivots and it makes you unauthentic. But you going on the road, like starting to train people, really like putting yourself and all of that first in training people. One thing Jake and I have always pushed is always like what makes the best brand isn't what people look at. It's what you can do the most authentically and the most consistently. But I have to fucking say this, all right? Because I'm younger than both of you gentlemen. And I remember attending Warped Tours in about the 2000s. And before I went into tattooing, I decided I want to live the Vans Warped Tour Thrasher Skate video life. You know, and the one thing I knew was there was so much more to it. And even to this day, like moving into tattooing, I learned the way things like that moved and the way bands like that continued wasn't because of what you saw here on stage. It was the people that could sustain an amazing life and create amazing strength behind it all, who worked with other people, learned from other people, and then showed up every fucking day. And that's the one thing that lacks in the fitness world that everybody's in. Everybody just wants you to see, wants you to buy, and they don't really know much about themselves on the back end.
Yeah, I mean, dude, there is no industry probably less truthful than the fitness industry. It's just lies.
Yeah.
Like everything from like supplements, like every supplement that you take, everything you drink says it does this and that and has this. It's lies.
Yeah.
This product can make you look like this. Lies.
Yep.
You know what I mean? I could sell this and I can make you fucking millions. Lies.
Yeah.
Because if you could, you wouldn't be fucking trying to sell it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it would just be like, it would come to you at that point. You know what I mean? It it'd be just flying at you. You have to deflect it everywhere. You wouldn't be just all the time. No, you just wouldn't.
I couldn't imagine the amount of you bringing that up, how many offers you've probably gotten to push a certain product and you've just kept your ground and fucked the money because you didn't believe in the fucking product.
Yeah. I mean, dude, like, yeah, the early on in the Muscle Farm days, like that was one of their first fucking sponsored people, period. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Like, oh, fucking, we love your band. We love Rise Above Fitness. This is cool. We have this cool like new brand, Muscle Farm, and it was fucking awesome.
Yeah.
And it turned quickly to just like, it got like, it wasn't like we're going to sponsor people because we like them and we think what they're doing. It was, we can only sponsor people that we feel that we can get business off of. Mm-hmm. And these fucking idiots that were getting sponsored and just workhorses selling a fucking product for these like corporate companies.
Yeah.
And just like getting nothing from it. You know what I mean?
It's like the whole ambassador, like use my link. They think you give a fuck about you. You're just a link. Even with your 10%, 20% link, you're almost making
like,
all that.
For me, I'll be honest. I use Gorilla Mind.
I was like, you both just picked up your product. Derek
so this company's okay.
Derek's
I would say this: there
Derek
are companies that you meet that are awesome.
Yeah,
like them. They just wanted to sponsor me because.
So you are with like Derek and
their products are fucking good.
Well,
they found me because it's like I ordered their product.
Well, he's brilliant too.
He ordered our products.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It was like. And they're not. I told them, I'm like, I know I have a code, but I'm not going to push it.
Yeah.
I'll take some pictures of your shit because I like it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I don't expect anything. They don't expect anything from me.
Yeah.
Like I don't have enough skin in the game to push a product more than I push my own products. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I've had like companies come after me that were like, we'll pay you this every month, but you have to post. Basically transform your whole identity into our product, right?
Yeah.
And it just was like, nah, that's not me either. Like, I like money and I like business. Something like that, like products, like if someone was trying to buy me to use that is just, nah, I'm good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for sure.
What I mean?
Well, we say it all the time, dude. Like, and this is what we teach most of our clients when we're working branding is like, you've got to be the billboard. You've got to be the person. You can't wear other people's shit and expect people to buy into your culture if you're not even repping your own shit and you're one to speak. It's like this shirt right here. Like the only company I wear outside of my own shit is Rise Above. And I'm not saying that because you're on the thing. It's because I truly believe in the fucking brand. Yeah. I know your history. I know how hard it's blood, sweat, and tears to put this on a fucking t-shirt. So when we always talk to people about when you're starting a brand or a company, it's like, where's your t-shirt? Where's your logo? Where's your brand kit? Where's your landing page? The 4 basic essentials. And we go back to our punk rock style from being in the punk rock days in the fucking 90s where we had to go to Kinko's and fucking make our own flyers and fucking scribble our cassette tapes and go fucking put the backpack on and go to the shows. Every fucking episode we bring it up because people don't realize how important that guerrilla marketing style is.
Repping your own brand is the number one thing you should do. Yeah. Like straight up, like, if you're not constantly repping your own brand, and like, I rep other people's shit too, but it's like 80% of the time I'm wearing Rise Above Fitness. Mm-hmm. Like, I don't wear Bleeding Through stuff because that's against the cardinal rule of bands wearing their own gear.
For sure.
So that you can't do. But Rise Above, it's like, I wear it, and it's like, that should be the number one thing. And I have a production company that does like apparel for like companies and stuff like that. And we've had some really prominent fitness people in the industry that started clothing companies, and if they just wore their own shit once in a while, they would sell it, and they would even see it. Like, we would get like, one day we'd be like, oh my gosh, we just got 60 orders of this. Why? Go to their Instagram. They posted, they didn't even say anything about the shirt. It was just, they were just wearing it. Mm-hmm. Like, that was it.
Yep.
And it was like, then they would go a month and not wear anything or even promote it. And it's like, you'd be so surprised how some people that left some really good opportunity. Sorry, my battery. I'll plug it in a second. You'd be surprised how many people, like, that's like pulling teeth. It's like people would rather take pictures of their fucking food than promote something that is them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like, that's cool and all because people like food. Like they'll like it and they might comment, this is and it starts a conversation or whatever. But like, dude, like you should be like, so many people have like a hang up of, oh, I don't want to always feel like I'm promoting my own stuff through my socials. I don't want it to seem like it's just an ad. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, but if you're in a band and stuff, like, isn't that kind of like the fucking point?
Yeah.
Like everything should be to promote what you have going on. That's your magazine now.
Yeah.
Magazines don't exist anymore with its interviews and shit like that. Like that is the way people know about you. So it's like, isn't that the point? And even like just with fitness and branding with clothing, it's like, dude, it's got to be that, you know.
Well, you said it best. You like people would rather take pictures of food or find the fucking trending audio or say the hook to get the likes. It's like just fucking wear your own brand.
Yeah,
promote
like
your company, dude. Have other people send free shirts to people. Give it away with your fucking coaching program or whatever you're selling. Give a shirt away. Put stickers in the bag. Do all the things so people rep your stuff, and that's how the brand starts.
Yeah, and that's the thing too. It's like I just think if you rep your brand more and kind of were cool with like pushing what you believe in and pushing like your soul, it's like that's better. It's like there's so many people that out there right now that are just trying to like you can't try to promote one thing and then like the next post be like a contradiction of it. Like it's like people are like, oh, like here's my shirt and it says like blah blah blah, keeping it real, blah blah blah, and the next post is that person's like shoes, and they're like, oh, these are $400 fucking Jordans. It's like, how is that keeping it real? Or like it's like the watches, and then it's like train hard, lift hard, give your day to it, and the next post is like their watch, and you're just like, dude, what the fuck? Like that blows my mind. Like it's always blown my mind the parallels of fitness culture and straight douchebaggery of like why do you have to be rich if you're in the fitness industry?
Yeah.
Why is that
the Lambo doesn't make you fucking bench more?
Why is that the fucking goal for these people? Like, we need to put it out there that we're fucking rich.
Yeah.
So what? Like, why?
Yeah.
Like,
I think the one thing that I've seen from the both of you is compiled investment in self early means you don't need to floss shit to get the attention. You're just genuinely yourselves. Like, I mean, for instance, you went from music to fitness to apparel to music to fit. You know what I mean? But it all came from a core like compounded investment in self, where you could just take that best version of you and just scatter it all over the place. And it's the same shit. It's just compounded interest, compounded investment, and using the skills and the person you are. So you as the person can sell anything as long as you're passionate about it because people know what to look forward to. When it comes to the Big Jack Gym Bro, then the watch, then the car, then the stuff, then back to the supplements, all of a sudden it gets kind of convoluted. Who are you speaking to? And where's your heart and all that shit?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's it.
It's so not interesting.
Yeah.
Like, it's just not. Like, it's not interesting. Like, yes, like, not everything's page or somebody's whatever socials needs to be like this journey or interesting or story. The worst part is when people have no story and they try to make a story, and that is like the fucking worst. Yeah. I love those pages. I love it. It's like, I don't even want to go down this rabbit hole. So it's like, it's just one of those things like, yeah, dude. Like I said, like it's branding should be like, you should be your brand.
Yeah.
You should wear your brand. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that should be it. And if you aren't cool with that, then do something else. Like straight up, do something else.
And it's crazy to think, we'll talk about the 90s and how, I shouldn't say hard we had it, but just the fucking technology and the access these guys have to a fucking shirt, a print on demand company or a sticker, or when we had to do that shit, it was hard. It was hard to make we had to go and print our own fucking shirts. I remember buying the fucking press and dry the ink with the fucking heat gun. And it's so easily accessible. And that's why I love what we're doing with this podcast and having people like yourself is because it's non-debatable. It's non-debatable to be a fucking brand in 2025.
Yeah.
There's no fucking excuse whatsoever.
Yeah.
So yeah, nailed it, dude. Brandan, I want to back up a little bit, dude. When you were talking about the band and how, you just kind of lost interest, and I don't want to bring up a sore subject, but I noticed on an interview you did recently, dude, and Jesse from Killswitch got brought up, and you got very emotional on it, dude.
Yeah.
And you felt the pain. I felt the pain when Jesse was going through his shit because that was all around the same time. I was still kind of like performing, but is that kind of the same? It might be a darker version for him, but is that why you felt it so hard was because what Jesse had gone through and the music and touring and all the shit? Could you kind of picture yourself as that same individual going through that around the same time?
Totally. Jesse and I connect on a level where it's like, we are like dark human beings. Like we're dark, but we're positive. Like, and I was talking about Do It From Integrity on that podcast too, just about how like his music early for us was just like, or for me was like so dark and so raw and real. And I was like, dude, that just speaks to me more. Yeah. And it kind of let me know that that's like a possibility to be in a band that I can exercise these emotions like through like a darker kind of path.
Yeah.
But yeah, like it's funny, like I deal with like the same thing. It's there's like a darkness clouds over you all the time, and it's like whether it's like depression, whatever you may call it, like
yeah,
a lot of times that's what it is, and we battle to get to a point where we feel happy during that day, and that's why a lot of people in music turn to addiction because once they feel like music isn't the junk for them anymore, it's like they're looking for something else to kind of get them on that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't understand that most of my career because of being straight edge most of my career. Yeah. I understand that now. Yeah. Like I do. Because I'm not going to fucking lie about shit. Like I can fucking party, man. Like I do. But it's like to the point where it's like, what's going to make you feel like that where the next day you're going to wake up and be proud of yourself? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that is a little bit battle. I don't really battle now. Like now it's like the music is all I need is the music. You know what I mean? That is something that just gets me through that.
So you say you felt that more. I mean, because you did Iron Sun. There was you did the project with Alex. You had music in between that, but it wasn't bleeding through. It wasn't the norm of what you built over all those years. So I know even when we played with you at Iron Sun and Riverside, did you still carry that like darkness? Is that when you were really like had the idea of getting bleeding through back, but you didn't think it would happen?
Let me expand on that question in a second. I need to plug my phone in.
Brandon, I did not know you went to fucking cosmetology. I knew the other guys in 18 did.
Yeah, we all wanted to do that shit.
He still does, right? What? Two of them still do it, don't they?
Oh yeah.
That's fucking epic. I'm gonna use that quote from Hellfest. We may not be the hardest band, but we are the best looking. A direct quote from Hellfest 2000. I remember specifically having that.
And you know what? I still believe that.
That's where we're gonna pick back up.
Yo, dude.
I lost my mind when I heard that. I was like, these motherfuckers are probably the most conceited, or they're just confident as fuck. And I'm like, they're a sexy fucking band, dude.
Dude, like when you're in your like fucking like early 20s, it wasn't conceited. It was more like we were trying to like spread this like different vibe with 18 Visions for sure. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Then it fucking worked, man. Like it just did. Like, but we honestly were like, dude, once we started touring, we're like, bro, we're like the hottest band in the fucking
There's some ugly fucking people out there, dude.
Yeah, man.
The bar's usually set pretty low, so you're in good standings, but you put in the work anyway. You know what I mean?
Yeah, dude, for sure.
Yeah.
And it was like, obviously trying to be funny. I try to use humor to cover up my insecurities, but yeah, anyway. Are we rolling?
Oh, yeah.
We
Okay,
never
fuck
stopped.
yeah.
Fuck it.
So
We
going
never
back to
saw
that show that we played with you guys with the Iron Sun.
Yeah.
The Iron Sun was like,
That was like your Dave Grohl moment, wasn't it?
it was like angry. I was angry.
It was a tough fucking
And
band.
like, I had like a bone to pick with people. You know what I mean? Like, you know, right around when Bleeding Through was like ending, like I ended my first marriage, right? And so I lost a lot of friends. You know, like my friends that I had at the time, just, yeah, you know, I was the bad guy. I wore it, whatever.
Yeah.
But I went through some fucking dark times. And none of those motherfuckers hit me up to see if I was doing all right. Like, none. Like, it was just, it was like just shit. Like, I felt alone and depressed, and I didn't know what the fuck to do with myself. Like, right? Like, so that was like a kind of look myself in the mirror and be like, all right, dude, like, fuck them. Like, and that is another thing that motivated me with the gym. Because that was one thing that was happening, and you know, I think a lot of those people like resented me because I opened a gym. It was weird, like, and it just drove me to kind of like become a good, better person. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But also help people and like do what I was doing. So when it came time to kind of explore musically something new, that's like what was in my brain. I had like this like vengeful kind of vibe. I was just fucking angry at them. You know what I mean? And that record really was like directed towards like my old friends. Like that was like my fucking war cry. Like that was like the title of the record is called Enemy. Like I'm their fucking enemy. And I'm not a grudge holder, you know what I mean? Yeah. But I'm still their fucking enemy. And they still fucking know it. And they still, when they fucking see me, I love how uncomfortable it makes them. Like at that fucking Indecision show, bro, you know what I mean? Yeah. Like a lot of those fools were there and they saw Bleeding Through go up there and just fucking piss on all of them on that fucking stage. Yeah. And I walked past some of them and it was just, I could feel their anxiety and it just made me fucking feel like I was levitating, dude. Yeah. It was awesome. Yeah. So yes, I'm still that vengeful guy, but that record was like, in a different, it got something else out of me. It wasn't like Bleeding Through is like an emotion thing with myself and like the people I love. So it didn't give me the same thing, but going back to that show was awesome. It was good. And that was kind of the first show that the Iron Sun had played where I was like, people are like here to like see the Iron Sun. Like it's like, it's not just seeing members of Bleeding Through playing their new band. It was like, people are here to see the Iron Sun. And I remember we played a show after that at Slide Bar. And yeah, it was a free show, but it was like everybody was singing songs and shit. And I'm like, this is crazy. And I remember saying to Derek, because he was playing drums for us, I'm all, we got to start doing Bleeding Through again.
Do you think that turnout was a majority of you and the person you are and not the leftovers of Bleeding Through, but do you think it had a lot to do with the person who you were and what you went through and your resume? Do you think people showed up for you or specifically for the music itself?
I think people started worrying. I think initially maybe people were just like lending their fan support towards like the people in the band, you know what I mean? Or me, because it was a new band.
Yep.
But I think eventually people found something in that record. You know what I mean? Yeah. People still like hit me up all the time about that record, and I put it on a couple days ago, and I'm like, this is really fucking good.
You wrote the whole thing, didn't you?
Well, I wrote it with Mick Kinney.
Okay.
So that's like the dude that was like my producer around that time, and like going back into Bleeding Through.
Yeah. Do you think that's? Oh, go ahead, Mikey.
Do you think that like as you pivot from different bands, obviously it's different parts of self, and it's helping you in a lot of ways? Do you think there's a similarity between the way that you address your own shit to help other people, no different than like in your fitness journey, like part of the profound like experience of being a trainer and opening a gym for other people? Do you think there's like some being of service that really like fills that brain and cup across the board?
Yeah, I do. I would like to think I am a man of service. Like I'm not. I think that playing music for people is a service. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like
Yep.
I don't. Yes, I play the music for myself, but it is for those people, and I like to feel like that is a way that I connect is by giving myself to those people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's why, like in the fitness world specifically, I mean, dude, like I'm sort of like last of my kind. There aren't a lot of in-person trainers anymore.
Yeah.
Like it's a dying thing for right now. It's I've seen it back and forth. It'll come back, but it's like I feel like if I was just online doing my online coaching and dedicated most of my business to that, and it took the human element out where I felt a connection, like I was actually giving myself my time, myself to them, I don't feel like I would be as happy. Like that wouldn't be my brand.
I think
My brand is so like you're right here.
Yeah.
Like
the
it's close.
the reason I ask is because I think that's a huge component to having a brand is it being
Yes.
of service. You know, when you actually have the heart of being of service and knowing that it's not just all of your best selves and some of your like your worst self coming out full open, full vulnerability to impact others. I think that in itself is a huge component that people try to hide behind instead of completely just throwing out there. And that goes back to the authenticity and like just the personality of it all.
Yeah.
Dude, sometimes I show up to work and I'm so fucking grumpy, guys. Like it's fucking
I've seen it.
dude. It's just what it is, man. Like I deal with a mental disorder.
Yeah.
It's my fucking life. And it's like, you know, I feel like my clients almost like appreciate the fact that like I allow myself to like even still go to work and let people see me like that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, so I think that is so part of the brand.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Dude, you nailed it, dude, because even when I own the gym, it's like you have to be on. It's like you're on stage. And it's not an act, it's who you are. And you can't put on that facade or get yourself in a better mood. And your clients and people know that. They know what type of person you are. But yeah, it's being at your place of business all day, plus in your band practice, plus in the apparel, it's a fucking stage 24/7. Like,
I mean, like we'll just take today for example. Like I got to work at 6 o'clock in the morning, been going with clients till about 1 o'clock, took a break, came back, did a podcast, then did this podcast, and after this podcast I'm going to do rehearsals. And it's like that's a day.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Yeah. But that's like if I didn't fucking do that like this, like I would be so unhappy.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I'm always fucking tired. I'm really grumpy most of the time. But dude, like, this is so like what it is. You know what I mean?
Just it. Would you rather be tired and grumpy at a 95 cubicle, fucking working for the man,
totally.
or
but
just
being on, like you're saying, like being on, having to be on all the time is probably the thing I struggle with the most.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because before, when I was dealing with mental shit, I would just like kind of remove myself. But now I work kind of through it. And so it's very like, I feel like, and even like touring and being on stage, sometimes you're on stage and you're just like, dude, like, I feel so much anxiety up here. But you just got to kind of power through. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, 100%. I love that you pointed out, the online game, because for a lot of people listening or whoever's going to listen to this, they don't know you're one of the fucking OG online coaches. Like you've been running online programs for, I was part of it, dude. Time. You trained me back in 2015 when I owned a gym. You were sending me PDFs and checking in, doing all the things. So yeah, you're OG in that game, dude. People don't know that.
Check this out. Like that came from I basically, even before I was really a trainer, like still being mentored, but somebody like wrote me an email saying like, hey, like, what are your workouts? And I'm like, well, here's my workouts. And I typed them up, sent them. And then I'm like, he's like, oh my God, he sent me before and after pictures. I'm like, dude, that's crazy. He was just like a friend of mine that lived in Germany. And I'm like, that's fucking crazy. And then I'm like, why aren't any of like my favorite like fitness people, like nobody like does online, everyone's in person and the business is so in person. Yeah. And I'm like, well, if I can give a program to someone in Europe, like, and it just kind of clicked. And so I started like kind of promoting that. And one of the other people that I knew in the industry that did this was which is crazy because I just think he's an absolute clown. But Bradley Martin is one of the first people to do this as well. So I will give Bradley a nod there when it comes to online coaching.
Interesting.
He was one of the first, and he wrote great programs.
Yeah.
After that, who fucking knows?
Yeah. Yeah. And you said right now everything went to online. You're still one of the few doing it. I told Mikey this. I think we're going to see a shift now with all the bullshit going on. I think people want that connection. People want the in-person, and we're seeing it with a lot of the EOSs and these big corporate gyms that are just fucking slammed now. And I think by 2026, the online space isn't going to go away, but I think people are going to want that relationship and that in-person feel again. And that's what I'm predicting. You know what I mean?
Well, just from like what's going on in my business right now, it's like I'm less online and are getting more in person.
Yeah.
Yep.
So like the shift, I could sense that shift coming. You know what I mean? Like doing online stuff is getting harder. I mean, it's getting harder to also be in that industry and still have some sort of a hold because it is completely used up. It's used up. And it's like, what can you actually offer somebody? It takes complete buy-in from a client. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, it's like I said, it's a business full of lies. You know what I mean? But I am very open with my client, and I'm old school. I am like, here's my fucking programming. Here's the PDF. Like, and I always try to make it something that is unique. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because I've bought people's programs before, and I'm like, wow, people use these programs. Like, people bought this because this dude took a picture next to a fucking Rolls Royce. Like, why the fuck are people buying this program? Like,
marketing.
And it's just
marketing.
The standard is so low.
Yeah.
So to sell a higher standard takes a lot of belief in you. So I feel like that is a reason why maybe when I put it out there, it's not being received the same way, because it's like, well, there's always other people that's like, what are you going to do that's different? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But my programming is very unique. And
would you say you kind of like over deliver, under promise type?
I over deliver massively, but I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
These people are taking a chance, not in person, to put their faith in the programming.
Yeah.
And I think that they deserve, I've always felt like they deserve like the absolute fucking best program you can give them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Whether they use it all the time, that's on them. You know what I mean? I do my check-ins, but that, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. But I know from when it does work with people that the people it didn't work with just didn't do it. You know what I mean?
At the end of the day, you can sleep tight because you paid 110%. If they didn't, that's on them.
Yeah. It's not like, it's not cookie cutter. It's unique. And I try to like make them feel unique with
I don't see you chat GPT in your fucking workout programs for your clients.
No, dude, it's full of like misspellings and shit. It's fucking hilarious.
The comma, the 100 commas.
Yeah, so many commas, dude.
So I definitely hit listening to the two of you go back and forth. It's going from the character types we were talking about online is more of a persona, where the brand is what people are going to start to pivot to, the in-person interaction.
Yeah.
Over the past 5-6 years, COVID and on, people got really comfortable with just like doing the online communications. Even friends only know how to socialize through their thumbs, not in person. But that's why personas became so profound. People are always on, no different than musicians who get on stage. That's who they are. But then afterward, they have no idea who it is they are behind the mask, So it's always like a mask or a persona they wear. But you've done a really good job of being the best version of you off stage to be able to perform at a peak level to the best of your ability. And I think there's going to be an amazing pivot going back that direction, where when people really work on their brand or just their personality, those people are going to scale rapidly, because as everything climbs vertically, the bottom is just going to fall out, and it's going to be all the personas, all the fabrication, all the noise.
Yeah.
Dude, I mean, like, people are seeing through it.
Yeah.
And like if you look at like the social climate, it's like we're all going to be very fucked by certain algorithms very soon.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like I want to tell people that have all of their shit invested in the persona, right? And what they are putting out there to sell, like the unauthentic shit, the empty promises, the this, the that. They have to know that it's going to end.
Yeah.
Like, going to end, guys. Like, the biggest problem the world has is in our fucking hands.
Yeah.
Like, it's crazy. Like, it is ruined society as we use this right now, as we use it as our platform, you know what I mean? But it really is, it is something that is like, and eventually it's like, if we don't, so basically what I'm saying is like, if you're not selling, going back to like, if you're not selling you,
yep,
that bullshit is going to be fucking gone.
Yep.
It's going to be gone.
Yeah.
Especially like those who have, you know, what's going to happen when Instagram or whatever, or Meta, whatever, takes away fake followers again? What's going to happen then? That's going to happen. It's happened before where I've literally seen like people's lives crumble to the ground. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And it was like, what's going to happen to that? So that's why I'm like, whatever you do have, whatever is out there and what is real, you need to be real for them, because the fake's going to go away. And when the fake goes away, you go away. If you're banking on the fake, you will die with the fake. Like,
well, that's what we talk about, everyone being so worried about their followers and their viral posts and shit. It's like, they're like, I only got 500 views on my fucking reel. It's like, have you ever been in a room with 500 fucking people that like your shit?
People.
Yeah. It's a lot of fucking, when I played in front of 500 people, I was fucking scared shitless. When I
see shit that's like on the Bleeding Through page that has like 50,000 views, I'm like, that's so many. I know a lot of it's just a scroll, but still, that's crazy.
Yeah.
I almost feel like bad.
Why? Explain that. I know we're coming short on time, but explain that. But you deserve
that. That many people just aimlessly scrolling that they're just like, just so happened that we came up on their feed after they went through the fucking 20 sponsored ads. You know what I mean? It's like, what's going to fucking, Bleeding Through, I'll watch for 2 seconds, I watched it.
50,000 isn't a mistake, Brandon. 50,000 is a legit, that's people, it's in the algorithm. It's their interest. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So take credit for that, bro. It's not like when you're at 1,000, like if I go from a normal 600 and then the next time it's 2,000, it's like, it's not because it was a masterpiece. It was like me and the kids or something. It's because it was me and the kids. It was heartfelt. It was an authentic post. Hell yeah, it's going to do better than my fucking viral fucking whatever. You know what I mean? Like, people want to see that shit, dude.
Yeah.
Take some credit.
I think the craziest thing, the biggest eye opener for me is I was one of the first people like on Instagram, like legit. Like when I bought my iPhone, it was like Instagram dropped like the day before. Yeah. And it was like the dude at the iPhone store literally put me on Instagram.
Yeah.
He's like, this is Instagram. Here, I'm going to download the app. And I'm like, whoa, this is crazy. Yeah. And I think like, I don't know what the numbers were the first like week of people that downloaded Instagram, but it was like thousands.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it was like that for a while because people were so Facebook. You know what I mean? Yeah. And weren't accepting Instagram, right? And it was like, so I had a personal page that had a fuck ton of followers. Okay. The only problem with that, when you've had those followers for 10 fucking years, is most of them are dormant accounts or just like not active people. Yeah. So you've collected over the years a bunch of just junk, right? Mm-hmm. So I always wondered at the time, nothing I was posting was hitting with people. It wasn't hitting anymore. Like my views were down, my likes were down, like everything was down. Business was down.
Yeah.
And then one day someone stole my account. And I'm like, fuck. Okay. But this guy we were working with our website was like, dude, this is a good thing. And I'm like, what do you mean? He's all, your old account was floating in space. It was just an account with a big number. Nothing was hitting because it just had unactive accounts and it was like gray washed. Like it just wasn't going through. Like Rise Above Fitness has that going on. We have almost 40,000 real fucking followers over the years, but a lot of them are dead accounts. Yeah. To bring those accounts back takes a lot of sponsored ads and a lot of money spent to Instagram. You know what I mean? Yeah. Which I'm just refusing to do. But one of the best things ever was starting a whole new page for my personal because yeah, I didn't have the followers, but everything I posted actually went to people that followed me.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't missing it. So my business went up. Like I had less followers and my actual business, what I relied on, like in-person business, went up.
Yeah. No,
it's crazy,
truth, man. Well, I know we got a hard stop, B. Like, what's next, man? What can we see bleeding through, rise above? Like, what's in the fucking gas tank, dude?
You know, like with Rise Above, like it's kind of just become like a staple in this community. It just kind of runs itself. I'm not gonna say it's not exciting. It's fucking awesome to do this every day, but I want to start having shows here.
Yep.
So that's gonna be my next kind of project, is to start booking, warehouse shows at my fucking gym.
That's the last time I was in there. That's what you were kind of talking about.
Yeah, it's something that is needed right now too. Like Orange County, like doesn't have a lot of like smaller venues for like smaller bands.
Yeah,
and a lot of kids don't want to go to Chain Reaction or aren't allowed to go to Chain Reaction. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But like, I don't know why they're allowed to go to like warehouse shows, but you remember how it is, like those weird warehouse shows in like Lake Elsinore and shit. We'd be like, there's 400 people here.
Yeah.
Where the fuck did they come from? You know what I mean?
I'm kind of digging that program vibe, like the skateboard shop vibe again, and bringing that kind of style back. I think it's a necessity. Yeah. It's a necessity. We lived through it. We lived through it. It was
totally. Those venues are fun, and like I think like the younger generation of people like need to know what those fucking venues are like. Those like raw, old school type venues, and I just want to fucking do it.
Yeah. I hear you.
But I have that. Bleeding Through is just booking, and we have like a 30-year anniversary. Or 30, oh my God, we're not that old.
I was all 30. Fuck, where'd that 5 years go?
Oh my God.
Yeah, okay. You should be on 25.
20-year anniversary of our record, The Truth.
Okay.
So we got some like touring plans with that, but really, man, I'm a worker. I just fucking come to work every day and I do this shit. Like that's just, and I'm happy with it, and it's good. Like I get to just do like whatever the fuck I want.
Yeah.
And somehow like people have followed me enough to like make it pay my bills. Thank you, everyone.
Yeah.
I appreciate it so much.
If you could talk to anyone that wants to start a brand or a gym or anything, dude, like what advice would you give them through your trials and errors and your expertise?
Rely more on grassroots. If you're going to open a gym, rely more on grassroots marketing, like old school shit. Like go to parking lots and put fucking like flyer cards on fucking people's shit. Like it seems annoying, and like why would I do that when there's Instagram? Because of everything we just talked about. Mm-hmm. It's because of that. Yep. Because you're not going to hit. You're not going to fucking hit if you just rely on social media to sell an in-person product. People want to see you. Like, be about it. Like, if you're in line at a fucking grocery store and the person behind you has a pair of fucking Nobles on, ding. Oh, cool shoes, man. I used to train in those as well. Where do you train at? Oh, great. You're talking about fitness now. Yep. What do you do? Oh, I own a gym called Rise Above Fitness. Oh, I've heard about that gym. Cool. Come by. Blah, blah, blah. Boom. You have someone right there. Yeah. So it's like you got to be about it. So many people are so unapproachable that it's like being the big dog fucking unapproachable guy is not going to sell your product. Being the guy that's going to be like real with you and do something like that that's someone that feel like, that dude's cool. We'll go fucking train with him. You know what I mean? Like, those are the clients you need to be after.
It's funny because you just said it, because it's like everyone wants to be big on Instagram, yet it's called social media, yet nobody wants to be fucking social.
No one's social.
I think,
but yeah, that's really what it is. It's like, be your authentic self and be about it. Be about your shit. Be about it all the time.
That definitely goes to a lot of different like brick and mortar, in person, anything, you know, like a lot of businesses are fine for social media if you can branch out nationally, internationally, but most can't unless you're selling a product that is just a product, you know, a coaching space, some shitty TikTok shop product that has no warranty to it. But when you do fitness coaching, when you own a gym, when you own a tattoo studio, when you do like branding, t-shirt prints, whatever the case may be, you've got to be the brand. And one thing Jake and I talk a lot about, and I kind of want to get your insight on this on the end. We truly believe that being a brand, being yourself is the only form of rebellion left. You know,
It is.
And I would completely convince you, like one of the outlying rebels from decades who has maintained and consistently scaled without buying into the noise, without buying into the bullshit. And I truly think success is now the only form of rebellion when it comes to like branding and like personal development.
Yeah, I agree with you. It is, man. There's nothing rebellious about just doing what other people have done.
Yeah.
That's not rebellion. That's following. That's following a flock, expecting different results in the end. Because you're going to be different how? You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
If you're playing a role, what are you going to do that's different? If you're just playing, there's someone else that's played that way.
Yep.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's not a unique, original mind that is going to be remembered, honestly.
Yeah. It's participation ribbons at best.
Yeah. I love good participation.
Right.
Thanks for playing. I've seen 9 million of you people. The next crop will be great.
Yeah.
All right, so the last question, man. Bands to look out for right fucking now.
Shit. I'm really into a band called Abbey Falls.
Okay.
I don't know where they're from. I think maybe Germany, something like that. They're fucking awesome. They bring it pretty fucking hard. There's a local band in Orange County called Tornadic that is playing our show November 29th at House of Blues.
Yep.
They're like 18, 19-year-old kids, and they're fucking awesome.
Fuck.
Yeah, so they're kind of like local flavor right now. Fuck. There's another band I just heard, and I forgot their name.
Yeah, you're my spot. Every time I come into Rise Above, you're my Spotify. You point out the new fucking gangsters, dude.
God, dude. I can't remember, and it's gonna fucking bum me out. But yeah, that Abbey Falls band, cool band.
All right, cool, man. Well, Brandon, dude, thank you so fucking much, dude. This was awesome, man. It had to happen, dude. I'm fucking stoked for you. I'll be in sooner than later. Come get that lift, and I know I'm fucking
one day.
I know. I'm so busy,
dude. It's so busy.
You'll never hear me say that. But dude, I'll get in, man. Fucking
cool.
I gotta make the time. But I appreciate you, man. Keep up all the hard work, dude.
Awesome. Thanks, guys. Thanks for having me.
Appreciate you.